3 riders, 3 bikes, 3 different needs, each one already tweaked and tailored by its owner. In this video, we take a look at the real-world mods, the must-do changes, and the things we'd still like to improve. Whether you're chasing comfort, performance, or style, this is an honest, owner-tested feedback that could save you time and money. Thank you for helping me today. We got Damien, who's got the CRF300 Rally.
Hello.
How long have you owned that for, Damien?
3 months now.
3 months?
Yeah, however, I used to own the 250, CRF250 about 2 years, and I've got about 20,000 kilometers experience on the older version.
Yes, so I think the last time we rode together, I had a CRF250.
That's right.
But going back about 5 years ago, I think, or more, you took me on a little adventure up to Maesalong, and we went over a mountain and under a tree and through a jungle, and the next thing we knew, there was a man with a machine gun, and we were
in Burma.
In Myanmar, yes. So yeah, that was a bit of an adventure. But yeah, I've since decided I'm not an off-road guy. I've decided I'm an old cruiser guy now. Mm-hmm. But I did buy the wife the Royal Enfield Hunter, and it is trying to be an ADV. But obviously the video is about your 2 bikes today. So we've got Damien here and we've got David. David's got the Himalayan 450. And how long have you owned that, David?
Ooh, April. Picked it up at the end of April. So
okay.
It was in May, June, July, 2.5, 3 months. 2.5 months.
And how many kilometres on the...
It's just under 8,000 now, I think.
That's good going in rainy season, actually.
Yeah, well, up until recently, the rain season wasn't so bad, was it? I mean, I did.
This last month has been not good.
This last month's been pretty wet. But we went down, last month, we went down to Isan. We did about 2,000 kilometre round trip. And we only put waterproofs on once, as far as I remember, for about half an hour. We didn't really get... It was mostly dry during the day, so...
So when you say we...
My wife and
your wife, so you're actually using your ADV as an ADV with a pillion.
That's actually the reason we've got the Himalayan, is because we do a lot to up. We like to explore the back roads, the gravel roads, the dirt roads, and we do that when we're on a journey.
Yep.
So we need something that's big enough and comfortable enough for 2 people with luggage, but something that's capable of going off road and, you know, tackling some of the rougher stuff. And my experience so far, particularly in Thailand, is the Himalayan 450 is perfect.
3 things you hate about the CRF and 3 things you like about your CRF, Damien. Putting you on the spot.
There's only one thing I particularly don't like about the CRF, and that's the suspension in standard form. The suspension, Honda, you're really letting the side down. It's very poor from stock.
Really?
But the upside is it's not too expensive to improve. And once you do improve it, it's quite a big difference.
You have changed it now, or you haven't?
I've done the rear suspension. I haven't done the front yet. The front is debatable whether or not it needs doing, but the rear shock is
shocking.
It's shocking. To the viewers that don't know, it's undersprung and underdampened. So if you're about 55, 60 kilograms, no problem. But for the average sort of guy, 80 up, it's just too soft. Okay. So you use up about 50% of your sag if you're 80 kilograms.
Just sitting on the bike, yeah, you use 50%.
Yeah. So once you get that sorted, it's a very strong all rounder. I'd be struggling to pick 3 things I dislike. That's the only one that's really obvious.
Okay.
3 things I do like. This is a cliche, but it's Honda build quality.
Yep.
So particularly if you're living in Thailand, everywhere's got a Honda dealer. The parts are cheap. The bike's actually quite cheap here. So if you're coming from a Western perspective, say in the UK, this bike's just short of £7,000, and in Thailand it's about 4,000. So it's a bargain.
£4,000?
Yeah, I think when I bought it, it was about £4,150. And a slight bonus as well, that the North American and European versions I have an ECU map which restricts its power to hit the emissions. You get about 27 and change horsepower, and the Thai version is 31 horsepower.
31, okay.
Yeah, so there's quite it's
I wonder if you can buy Thai ECUs and sell them.
From the American forums, that is a common thing. There's few aftermarket ones, and some of them just get the Thai one. And that'll unleash a little bit more.
Yeah, all these emissions and things, they're not friendly for motorcyclists, right? All these rules and regs.
Yeah, well, that goes back to a possible dislike. Yeah, when they run it so lean to hit these emissions, that makes the engine run very hot.
Yes.
So you do get a lot of heat coming off the engine, and it also makes low-speed throttle quite snatchy. So apparently, when you do get a remap, you'll get a much smoother throttle control. So it's not so much just trying to achieve more power, it's more the nice throttle connection is superior as well when it's fueled right.
Okay.
Although its origin is a dual sport, it's really capable as a very lightweight adventure bike. It will hit the miles.
Yes.
One up, it's not so good for two people. One up, it's very comfortable on munching the miles as well as hitting the trails.
Yeah.
So it's a very competent all-rounder.
Same question for you, David. 3 likes, 3 dislikes on your Himalayan 450.
Well, the first dislike is it's not a Honda. Yeah, and this is the thing. It's the Honda's made it. It's not a Honda, and it's not made in Thailand. So, for example, Damien's Rally, there's an abundance of spares that cost next to nothing.
Yes.
But everything is available so readily, so cheaply, and you've got Honda build quality. So, if it said Honda on the fuel tank of this Himalayan, I'd be very happy. So that's one dislike. Other dislikes at the moment is still got the standard tyres on, which are absolutely fine on the road. But as I said, I like to go off-road. It's the rain season. I'm not going near mud with those tyres. So I'm looking forward to putting some Michelin Anarchy Wilds on, which will make it a better all-round bike.
Okay.
Third dislike? Yeah, I don't know, really. I would be having to struggle to think of something.
I've got a burning question.
Go ahead.
The TFT display. Do you use it for navigation?
No. Anything with Bluetooth, I seem to mess it up, first of all, so I don't spend too much time trying to connect it. I did connect it once. I couldn't even get it to work.
Yeah.
But you've also got this bizarre thing where you have to leave. So for those that don't know, it's sort of it's not CarPlay because it will only mirror Google Maps, but it works on Google Maps. And it's coming from your phone via Bluetooth.
So it's using the phone's GPS.
Yeah.
And then your phone gets red hot. That's what I found.
You've got to leave it. You can't lock the phone.
No.
You've got to leave the phone unlocked and put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's a half-hearted thing. If they'd have made it CarPlay,
so this is what
but
I've now realised. You've got people like Joe Ryan and Itchy Boots. They never used a TFT display on any of their series that they made.
But the other thing is, because it's Google Maps, I don't use Google Maps much at all because I like to plot routes. So I use Curvature, which is the motorcycling app I like to use, and I use Ride with GPS, which is a cycling app, which I use for more adventurous stuff for going to the hills. So again, the TFT on the Himalayan won't mirror those.
So you can download the maps first before you go off internet. Is that how it works? If you lose internet, the GPS maps will still work. So you've got a TFT screen and you don't use it.
I don't use it.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think a lot of people do, to be honest.
It's a nice screen. I'll tell you another downside. It's only a minor thing, but I've noticed that I leave the indicators on this more than any other bike I've had. I think a friend of mine was over visiting. He got on it and he started leaving the indicators on. And I think it's because it's the TFT and the little green flashing lights that tell you your indicators on. They're at the bottom. But instead of being a light, it's just it becomes green. It's the colour. So I think that when you've got a proper green flashing light that's higher up, out of the corner of your eye, you become aware that it's on. But this thing, you can't see it. So that's a little bit of a...
Is it a particular side that stays on, right or left, or is it both? No. Both. I got the same problem on mine. Meteor 650, the right-hand one stays on all the time. I can cancel it 10 times and it'll still stay on.
Oh, no, this is rider error. It's not the bike. It's not the bike. The bike's been... So far, the bike has been faultless, which should be in 7,000.
So it's interesting because Damien's biggest hate was the suspension. And one of the things you like about your Himalayan, because you've test ridden one as well.
Yeah, we've both ridden the opposite bikes because you've got the CRF as well.
I've got the CRF and I've put the same shock on it that Damien's got. But the irony of the situation with the Himalayan is the Himalayan, one of the great things about the Himalayan is as stock, it's ready to go. I put pannier racks on mine. That's about the only addition I've put on. They're equivalent to about $100 that's 78 quid. Not much at all. Other than that, it's ready to go out of the box. And that includes the suspension. The suspension is superb.
Wow.
The irony is, it's Showa suspension,
Yes.
which is made by Honda.
I never knew that.
So the Enfield's got brilliant Honda suspension, and the Honda's got suspension that is replacing.
Yeah. Suspension.
Yeah. So today we're going to try and be an ADV and catch up with these two guys on my Hunter 350. Let's try. I'm riding the Royal Enfield Hunter 350, a bike they say is designed for the streets, but today, surprisingly, it's holding its own well on the trails. So far I've made a few key modifications: handlebar risers for better comfort and control, ride iron saddlebags for storage, and the RS Tech belt drive kit. Now that belt drive isn't exactly built for off-road use, but we're putting it through a bit of an extreme test today. What do I hate about the Hunter 350? Well, actually, how much I like it. Honestly, I didn't expect to. I actually bought it for my wife, yet somehow I find myself riding it more than she does. What do I love? Pretty much everything. This little economical punchy bike has completely surprised me, and now I'm seeing more and more owners converting their Hunters for off-road use. But is it practical or just for looks? Today we're going to find out. Yeah.
So going back to the technology, it's worth pointing out that the CRF is old school. It's got no technology. It's just an LCD dash.
Yeah.
And just traditional switchgear, and that's.
But you've got ABS, right?
That's yeah. So the latest one has got ABS.
We didn't have ABS on the 250s.
Oh, no, on the older version.
But my rally doesn't either.
But
beyond that, it's as old school as you can get.
Yeah. Your tyres, Damien?
Yeah, so a common upgrade is the tyres. The stock IRC tyres are okay, they're adequate, but they're if you want to start pushing the bike a touch, you'll quickly reach the limit of what those tyres are capable of. They're certainly built with a nod to longevity and price, so they're not bad tyres, but they're certainly not good.
Mm-hmm.
So I've gone for the Michelin Anarchy Wilds, largely off the recommendation from David, because you've had tremendous service from them. They're a very good 50-50 tyre. I think the standard tyres are marketed more as a 70-30, 70% road, 30% off-road.
Mm-hmm.
I found on the road the standard tyres are okay, with one caveat: they are shocking in the wet. Really knobby tyres on wet tarmac are not a great mix. And so I haven't got too much experience on these tyres thus far, but to say they certainly feel better than standard. You can speak to that more from me, really.
Oh, I mean, the standard tyres, they're fine, but one of the things in Thailand is there's the gradients are very steep, 30% up and down. And so obviously in the wet season, it's wet, and it's a lot of this reddish clayey mud, which is very, very slippery. And then on the steep bits, then you get ruts because the water comes down, and then the farmers with their four-wheel drives go up and down them, so they get rutted. So you've got the traction issue, particularly going down. I always find that more of a nerve-wracking thing.
I've fallen off more often from not going down.
And then you get the dry season, then it's actually quite nice. But then as the dry season goes on and the ground gets harder, and then the farmers in their four-wheel drives, they basically create talcum powder, don't they? Talcum powder on the, so it's like concrete with talcum powder on it. So again, that's really lax grip, and that's when I found the standard IRC tyres to be lacking the most. And these Michelin Anarchy Wilds, they definitely are a big jump up. I'm looking forward to putting them on my Himalayan, but I can't quite bring myself at the moment when it's got brand new tyres on.
You've got to get your money's worth out of them. You've got to do that, surely.
So I'll wait till the bulk of the range season's over before I.
But saying that, my Super Meteor 650 has got the CRF tyres on it. I've done 20,000 kilometres on it now, and they still look like brand new tyres, which tells me they're far too hard. They've got to come off. I've now realised they've got to come off.
I think I got about 16,000 Ks out of the back tyre on the original IRCs, which speaks exactly to that. Just too hard.
Too hard to combat.
Yeah. They just went a compound or two softer. I think it'd be a cracking tyre.
Yeah. And the brand of suspension you've got?
In Thailand, you've got a domestic brand called YSS. These offer a range of shocks. I've gone for the entry level one, and they work out to be in English pounds around about £330, which for a shock,
just for a monoshock.
Yeah,
one monoshock, £330.
Well, I think it's quite good value, because an O-limbs or an equivalent would be probably double that.
Yeah, so 550 or something.
Yeah, easy. So they're a good option. They're a very good price point.
One thing we all seem to do is spend money on motorbikes. After we've bought them, we all want to change things.
You know what? That's with the Himalayan. Yeah, I agree with you. But with the Himalayan, you don't need to buy much.
Really?
Because it comes with pretty much everything on there. I did buy a thing to put my, so I could mount my phone.
Yeah.
I've got the pannier racks.
It's looking really nice. It's a really nice setup. It definitely looks like a touring ADV. You could definitely tour on that. And you do, obviously.
And the panniers are made in Thailand, Saimad, which is just outside of Bangkok. Really pleased with them. They're lovely. And now we can just, the luxuries that we couldn't take when we used to travel a lot on our rally, but we could take enough luggage for the two of us, but not luxuries. And now we take folding chairs and we take a stove, so we can just make coffee on the side of the road. And at the moment, I got the bags on the front. We got waterproofs in one of them, and I got tools and spare tyre or spare inner tube in the other. And they just, it's great. It's great. What I'm looking forward to is the end of the rain season and trying it a bit more in the dirt.
Seeing what it can do off road.
The little bits I've done so far, it's been impressive. Not as good as the rally, of course, but still very impressive.
Cool. I think I'm going to title this video "The Goldilocks Motorcycle." Because I can't ride either of yours because I'm too short. So it's definitely not a Goldilocks bike for me. I know it's not an ADV, but it's trying to be. Okay, my little Hunter. The Himalayan suits you down to the T for touring and your height. How tall are you, please, Dave?
185, 1m85. Sat in 6'2" something.
I'm about 175 and I'm 5'8.5".
Anyway, 180. Yeah, 185.
So I'm 172, 5'8", but I'm cursed with the inside leg of only 28 inches.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm totally cursed with a short inside leg. So I can't ride either one of those bikes. I can't.
Well, this is very low, and this is an adjustable seat height as well on the Himalayan.
Yeah.
So you can drop it down.
I think the one that I tried to test ride last year, it had the taller seat option. There's two seat options now. There's a taller seat and a lower seat option, and then both of them are adjustable as well. And I think I had the taller seat option at the time. But I did try sitting on yours. I tried sitting on yours this morning. I wouldn't feel confident riding it, especially if you hit one of those ruts. So you're in the middle of the rut and you need to stop for any reason. You can't put your feet down and over you go. And the only times I've ever fallen off a motorbike was on my CRF250. About 10 times. 5 times with Mrs. T on the back. Just stationary, trying to hold the bike, let somebody pass, over you go. So
didn't go down by that.
No. You've got your own YouTube channel as well, right?
Such as it is. Not a superstar like you, Trevor.
I'm not a superstar. I'm just at the beginning as well, but I'm all for helping people out. So if you want to see some of David's videos, especially about the Himalayan 450, because you've got your bike set up really nicely, actually, as a tourer, I'm sure you've got some top tips on luggage and bits and pieces. 3 bikes, 3 very different personalities. The street smart Hunter 350, the trail taming CRF300 Rally, and the adventure ready Himalayan 450. The real star of the show? For me it's the Himalayan, but only if you're tall enough to handle the height and the weight. It's a serious machine built for serious riders. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Underneath the wide open sky, 3 friends gathered, ready to fly, with engines purring, filling the air. The Himalayan, CRF and Hunter, we dare. Rolling on the Himalayan, feeling so free. Mountains calling me, just me and my steed. With every twist of the throttle, I conquer the climb. But oh, the weight on the trails can sometimes unwind. 3 bikes, 1 ride, we're sharing the day, talking about the journeys as we laugh and we play. The good and the bad with every turn of the wheel, finding our way, that's the thrill that we feel.
And if you enjoyed this ride, hit that subscribe button and come along for the next one. There's always another road waiting. Thanks for watching. Until next time, ride safe and see you out there.